Speaking of Mexico's opposition, is Thomas Christianson the best coach in Concacaf?
You could certainly make an argument that there is no coach in Concacaf that does more with so little, respectively speaking. This Panamanian side.
Respectful.
Well, this Panamanian side doesn't have the pool
We're asking
of the rest
for a reason.
in the top four. This Panamanian side was hampered by injuries, absences, Murillo, Baceras, important players to the squad in the defensive line, and yet produced some very good results, very good outings against the U.S. men's national team, who again they beat, and against Mexico in the final, who again they lost to in the dying minutes of a tournament final. And honestly, you look at how he sets his team up, he sets them up to succeed. And it was individual performances, or errors, I should say, not even performances, because they had good games up until those moments that did Panama in. But certainly Thomas Christianson, when you look at what he had at his disposal and what he was able to do and continues to do, this program was done in 2022. Costa Rica went on a crazy run with Keylor Navas and overtook Panama on the last match day to make the World Cup. Most teams would have blown it up. Most teams would have said, he's out, let's start over. They didn't. They stuck with Thomas Christianson because they knew the coach they had at hand, and they're becoming one of the premier teams or programs in this confederation. Today, you can make a serious argument that he is the best coach in CONCACAF.
Well, it's no accident that among the top 6, 7 teams in the area, he's the longest tenured manager. And the reason why he still got the job after what happened, what you just described against Costa Rica, is because he gave this team an identity. He provided this team with a style of play that the players accepted and then execute on the field. And some names can change, the style remains the same. Yeah. And that's all the manager. Sometimes when you do that, you don't find results. But let's just take a look at what Panama was before Thomas Christianson and what they are now. They are a recurrent participant in the Final Four of the Nations League. And, I mean, it would be a massive shock if they don't qualify for the next World Cup. So, in my mind, absolutely 100%, he is right now the best manager in CONCACAF.
At the core, any manager in the world, any manager at any level, what is the thing that makes you a good manager? That you get the best performance out of your players, individually and as a group. When you ask that question about Thomas Christianson, I think the answer is a resounding yes. Is he getting the best out of the players from Panama individually and as a group? The answer is, again, a resounding yes. Thomas Christianson is doing a heck of a job with this national team.
And I just made that player pool you're talking about, it's not the Blas Perez player pool, it's not the Roman Torres, it's not the Felipe Baloy. This is arguably a weaker player pool than those of the past, and he's getting this out of them.
I love that you just mentioned Felipe Baloy.
Felipe Baloy. Saludos, Pipe.
Santos legend.
That's right.
Monterrey legend. Obviously, Atlas legend next. All right, we want to remind you that ESPN FC is available daily. Yeah, you're working, Ale, on ESPN+.
Somebody tell him.